rejection. We all struggle with feelings of rejection, feeling like others are rejecting us, like we are not good enough, like all people think about us is that we are fools. And that is what my business has taught me, that that's not true, that I can bet on myself, and so can you. If you're new around here, we share hope and we share faith through my business, Delicate by Carla, a gold-filled jewelry business, and through videos like this where I show you behind the scenes, but the main goal is to spread hope, positivity, kindness, love. We all need that extra support, so I hope that you see me as your sister, just out here trying to share some love. So throughout these markets, have really pushed myself to battle against that feeling of rejection that I have. It's like this innate thing where I just feel like I am not good enough. Like really amazing things can happen to anyone else but me. And if you have struggled with that today, then this video is for you. Because not all rejection that you perceive is true. Some of it comes from yourself. Hi friends, my name is Carla and welcome to another vlog. Today is a market day. I am a gold-filled jewelry vendor and I am so excited. All my jewelry has been made. I make semi-handmade gold-filled jewelry and I am so excited because this is market number 1 of 2024 and it is 7:30 in the morning. We're gonna head out. This is my local market in the downtown of my city where I live in, Winter Haven, Florida. It happens every other Saturday and I signed up for both of them in January, both of them in February, and I think one in April, if I'm not mistaken. So it's my first market. I just started doing markets back in September of 2023. So I am fairly new to this, but my setup today is gonna be completely different, like completely different. I have curtains that I'm adding to my display, actual displays for my tables that are new, and everything's gonna be set up completely different. I also made a DIY checkout counter using a shelving unit from Amazon and a curtain. I can't wait. I just can't wait to put all this stuff together. So I have to leave right now so I can get there early and give myself extra time to set up because everything is looking completely different today. It's gonna be the best setup I've ever done. I didn't have time to do a mock setup, so I really hope that I have enough time. I'm rocking the red lip today. It's just that kind of day. I'm excited. My twin sister is coming to help me, so can't wait for you guys to meet her. And also today, I'm using that DIY checkout counter for the first time. And I made a video last week showing you guys the whole market prep for this market and how I made that checkout counter. So if you are interested, I will link that down below. But let's go have an amazing market day and hopefully I make the first market sales of 2024. Come along. So am I forcing you to wear the hat?
You are forcing me to wear this hat.
But you look cute.
Thank you.
Let me see your name tag. Employed for the day. Alright guys, we are officially here. The booth looks beautiful. My twin sister is wearing the bucket hat. I promise I didn't force her. I told her she didn't have to, but she looks really cute. No?
You told me I had to.
No, it looks really cute. So we were able to use almost, yeah, pretty much all of the curtains. The market is pretty slow still. I mean, it's only been 20 minutes, but so far so good. And everything looks beautiful. So I'll give you guys a full tour in just a little bit. Outfit check. I have my Delicate shirt with my name tags. I will tag the video where I made these myself, but I just ordered the tags from Amazon and then used the Cricut to put our names on it. My bucket hats from Amazon, like $17 for 2. And then I am full of jewelry today. My sister's wearing her jewelry as well. And then these are my shoes from Ross that I found on a whim. And yeah, and my skirt from Old Navy. Looking cute, looking cute.
I'm so beautiful without you. Now my skin glows and it shines.
I am so grateful that my sister comes out and hangs out with me and does this with me. I've noticed that when I'm really struggling with feeling like I'm not good enough or feeling rejected, and there's so many reasons why we might be experiencing those feelings in our lives. Hey, I'm not any kind of mental health expert here, y'all, but I have struggled with this really my whole life, feeling like I'm a bother to other people, and I do not like asking for help. I am so grateful for my husband over here, which I promise he likes to sit out in the sun. He never wants to be in the shade with us. But I don't like asking for help because I feel like I'm a bother, and my sister is always so kind to be like, I'll be there. And I'm like, I don't even like asking for help. But I quickly realized after starting a business that I could not do this by myself. I am so grateful my husband by default is always with me, but there are times we need even more help. And with this setup that we did this Saturday, it was brand new, these curtains, and we had to thread them through these bungee cords and get them clipped into the right spots on the tent and figure out if that would put tension on the tent. And this setup was pretty stressful. Like, we were rushing. But I was so grateful that my sister got there in time to help me put the jewelry up in their displays, because putting jewelry in displays takes a lot of time, because it's you go piece by piece and it's very time consuming. But I was so grateful that she showed up, and I've been amazed to see how people in my life and customers actually really love my business, and they compliment it. And I'm always like, this thing's gonna fail, this is dumb, I'm wasting my time, my money, my efforts. I do that to myself all the time. And then when you have a day like this one where we actually almost made 200 in sales, which might not sound like a lot to you, but we are in January, I'm in a small town, so there's a lot of factors that go into it. People don't really shop a lot after Christmas. In a few months, once taxes start rolling around, I think sales will go up. But really, like, I had such a low view of myself, and watching even this footage back, I'm like, no, I've grown so much from the first time. And maybe that's the same case for you. Don't measure your success by how much you have left to go. Measure it by how far you are from where you started.
So it has been a pretty good market so far. I'm almost at $200 for the day. Our display has been a hit. People keep asking us about, stopping by and asking us about, our tent and like complimenting it, and that has been super, super cool. It's so different from anything I have ever done. The curtains have been a hit. You can really see the pink from far away, and people tell us, hey, you can see the pink from across the way. Like, there's like a fountain right here, and all the vendors are like kind of along the outskirts of where the fountain is, so that's kind of like the center, and we are right off from the fountain. We're right off right here in the middle, and it's so nice because you can just see the pink from so far away. So it's been super exciting to do something new and get people complimenting it. Also, people have really loved our little mini mirrors. I've not sold one yet, but people keep saying, girl, you look good, and like complimenting the mirror. So that has been really fun. I think that's going to be a big hit in my next couple of markets. So yeah, it's super exciting. Dan came and brought me a speaker, because I don't know if you can even hear it, but like all the way over there, there's actually speakers playing music. Can't hear that at all over here. So, I mean, you can, but it's very, very little. And I was like, we need some more exciting music or something. So he brought me my Bluetooth speaker just to see how it sounds. So there's like a little bit of music in my tent, but like I don't want it to bother the neighbors. So that's something else that I'm trying out and see how it goes.
Speaking of getting help for my business, I was so grateful that my sister's husband came by and brought us some homemade empanadillas. They were chicken, and they were so good. They tasted like restaurant quality. They were so delicious. And I was actually watching a video yesterday on Instagram, a reel, and it was from this small boutique in Pittsburgh, and that's one of my ultimate dreams with my business. I really want to open my own brick and mortar boutique, but I know that could take many years possibly to get there, and I will have to grow the business to a certain point where we can afford that. If we can afford that, y'all, because prices of real estate nowadays, I don't even want to know how much it would cost to rent a retail space. But I was comparing myself to that boutique. I mean, it was gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous boutique. I was so flabbergasted about how cute their stuff was. And you know, on one of her reels, she mentions that they have been open for 9 years and that she started that boutique when she was 22 years old. And I really started laughing at myself because I'm like, yo, she's been at it for 10 years and I have been at it for like 7 or 8 months. Why would I compare myself to someone who has a decade almost under their belt? And the thing is that many times we reject ourselves because we compare ourselves to other people on social media who have been doing it for years and who might not even be telling us the whole story. People who might be posting highlights of their story, but they're not telling us the struggles, or they're not telling us that they've been trying to do this for 15 years. They don't tell us that they went to college and then became interns and then did this job unpaid for multiple years before they actually made an income from it. People might not be telling us the whole story. Don't compare yourself to people on social media who are not telling you everything and can't tell you sometimes everything in a minute-long video. So let's compare ourselves instead to where we started. Are we making progress? Did we grow by 2%? Have we at least grown personally in our hearts? At least we made more revenue. Compare yourself to you.
So today has been going pretty good. I made a couple more sales, and there was actually a church who did like a little bit of a flash mob over there in that like fountain area. But we're getting ready to start packing up. I think we're going to be done here in about half an hour. I'm pretty ready because today was a very breezy day, a hot day, and the sun was just blaring on us. I'm considering getting sidewalls. Just because the wind too is starting to, it has knocked my stuff over like 3 times bad, like where stuff is like on the floor, and that's not fun. So I've thought about getting sidewalls, but I'm not too sure about it yet. But anyways, we are almost done. We'll be out of here in about half an hour. Something kind of cool happened. A complete stranger came and gave us some flowers. So he handed my sister some pink roses. He was like, here, these match you guys, and just handed them to my sister. And then he came back and handed some to my husband and was like, here, give them to someone you love. So that was really special, and now I got to take home some flowers. I was gonna buy some, and then he just handed them to us. So that was nice. Just a quick recap before I say bye to all of you. I made like $180, which is not a lot for a market, and for one this long. This is a very long market from 9 in the morning till 3 p.m. and then of course we're here like an hour and a half before it starts to fully set up. So it's a long one. However, I am happy with how we did. I think it was still really great, and I think the reason I'm happy with how we did is because I got a few of the customers following me on Instagram because they got so interested in my jewelry. And a lot of these customers, I had like 3 or 4 people that just said, do you have a business card? And they just really wanted to check me out on socials and on my website. So that means that I got exposure, so I'm not gonna be down in the dumps. I think this was a good one. I've had markets where I make way less than that, so that's not terrible. these markets for me are about getting the word out for my jewelry business, and of course I want to make revenue, profit from these markets. But the reality is that, you know, I am in a small town, so that's going to be a little bit lower on traffic. It's just after the Christmas season, so we're going to be a little bit lower on traffic because people are still recovering from Christmas. But Valentine's Day is coming up, and the next market will be a Valentine's Day market on February 10th. And oh, you look cute. So yeah, I'm really hopeful that the next market will be a good one, because it's going to be a themed one. My stuff is pink, and I have like a little red love sign. So anyways, I think that's going to be a great one. So we actually have to get to a church activity, so we're going to go and take some quick showers, get some dinner, and then head over. So yeah, I'm just really excited that today went well, and honestly I had a really good time. It had been almost 2 months since I did a market, and I'm really happy that I got to do it. So I think this was a win. Even though I'm not out here making money, the amount of money that I want to, I definitely made a profit, and that is good enough for me, especially as a new business owner. So I will see you guys next Friday. I make a new video every single Friday. I am vlogging my entire business journey. Every time I'm at a market selling or making anything, I am vlogging it for all of you, because my business is a dream. Oh, the last thing that I wanted to say was we had something really cool happen. So Daniel, I hear some people like talking to him, and so I go to check out, you know, because I hear that they're about to pray for him, and I was like, how interesting. So I run, you know, it was like behind my banner, so I couldn't tell what was going on, and I was paying attention to customers. So I literally like went back there real quick to see what was going on, and if they're gonna pray for Daniel, I'm like, y'all might as well pray for me and my business. Hallelujah. Like, I'm down. So I go over there to see who was praying for Daniel, and it was these 3 Caucasian men, and it was just like so random, and I was so intrigued. And they start talking to us, and one of them starts talking to my sister. Apparently they're from Bethel Church in Redding, California, and they are at some kind of conference at a nearby church, and you know, they just started praying for us and just speaking, you know, word from God for us. And that was like a really cool experience. I have never just in a public place had someone come and have like, you know, want to pray for us and stuff like that. And they were just evangelizing and sharing their faith, and it was like very sweet. It wasn't like super intrusive. I'm a Christian, but it was just really nice to see people doing that. There was also a youth group who did a flash mob. I might have mentioned that earlier in the video. It was super sweet because they were like kind of gathering around the fountain area and trying to be like nonchalant about it, but it was like really obvious. I'm like, oh, this is a youth group who's gonna do something. And like nowadays people get mad at things like that, but I grew up in a church that took us out to do things like that, and it shaped me so much as a person. Like, I'm not ashamed to say I'm a Christian, and I love God, and I adhere to what the Bible says. And activities like these really help young people like lose that fear or that embarrassment to share their faith with others, because of course Jesus tells us, you deny me in front of others, I'll deny you in front of my Father, which sounds really harsh, but it's the truth. So we can't be ashamed of our faith in God. And so those men were not, those young people were not, and it was just like it served an encouragement to me, because as he was praying for us, he was like, I just pray, you know, for grace and favor and for your creativity, and just praying these things, like it really felt like it came from the Lord straight to me, because I've been so discouraged with my business. You know, I'm not a multi-million-dollar business, but I want to be, and I want to do it for the glory of God. And sometimes I feel like if you're a Christian, I'm gonna start yell down because this lens is heavy, but sometimes I feel like if you say like you're a Christian and you want to make it in like business or whatever, you get judged. And I don't know, it might just totally be in my head, but I feel like I'm gonna get judged. You're a Christian and you want to have wealth and build income. Yeah, I do, and I want to do it for the glory of God. I want to bless people. I want to have margin to bless people, and I don't have that, you know, if I don't get, you know, build a business and like scale it and scale myself. So yes, I am a Christian who wants to be a business owner and who wants to be wealthy, and not for selfish gain, but rather, one, I would like to stay home with my children the day I have children, which I pray to God will be soon. And also number 2, I want to bless people in need. And oh, we need to buy donuts. to do that now.
What we're gonna do?
We have to bring donuts.
I know, but
And yeah, I'm just so excited to continue telling our story at these markets. I got to tell our story to one lady who actually mentioned to me that her husband almost died from COVID, so that was pretty intense. And if you don't know our story, this is why I have this business. My husband Daniel almost passed away from COVID in 2021. He went into multi-organ failure, and yeah, just to get to connect with her, it was really nice. So anyways, I'm going to leave the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. I have a market coming up in 2 weeks, and that week I might actually have 2 markets. So we shall see, because I'm over here working full-time and running the side hustle. So it's a lot, but it's really exciting. Yeah, I will see you guys in the next video next Friday. Bye!